And there we go again. It's the second game of the evening, D2RO Spring Cup. The first one was pretty one-sided. XPC is definitely gonna proceed and make their way to the main event. This time we have the losers of the first two games. Gumba was beating NeXt Please and Reincarnated. They lost to XPC, and now this is the loser bracket. And those teams, they're still good, in my opinion. And this is gonna be an interesting game.
Yeah, definitely should be. And one thing we see out of the ordinary already is NeXt Please banning out the Slark.
Yep.
So I don't know what they plan to go for themselves that really hates Slark, or maybe it's just a team preference. It's like anything but the Slark. But they do have the possibility of Ancient Apparition. Yeah, that's what they go for. So Invoker is left for Reincarnated if they want to go for it. It didn't bring them success last game, but maybe this time it would. But they go for Disruptor Doom instead, so...
Just like last game. Yeah. They hope for what?
I mean, Invoker could be picked up for NeXt Please now. But I guess that the Doom, always a decent enough pickup, just disabling one hero, but the Centaur Warrunner picked up instead. And it's a decent enough combination with the Ice Blast, hitting into the Hoof Stomp and Double Edge, just bringing the heroes so low that they are in the shatter range.
Yep, definitely. And I actually like how fast they pick the heroes. I mean, now with the bans they hesitate quite a bit, but overall this really came fast, so that seems that both teams have definitely a game plan. But still, the Invoker prevailing into the second rotation of picks, that's really interesting. Bane, Tinker getting banned out by Reincarnated, and Visage Rubik for NeXt. That's pretty interesting. I mean, I can understand the Rubik, even though I would have picked the Rubik just for the sake of having the Disruptor spells and the Rubik and the Doom spells on Rubik, and now the Invoker as well. So I don't know. That Rubik would have been happy with all the spells abundance he got there.
Indeed it would have, but I guess they wanted the Shadow Shaman for themselves instead of the Rubik, which makes somewhat sense, just getting the pushing potential. But Reincarnated, they get the Invoker and Mirana for themselves now, so they don't have the best setup or almost any setup for the arrow so far, but they could pick up something like, well, any stun pretty much, because they did ban out the Bane themselves.
Yeah, it's interesting that they ban out the Bane, because to be honest the Bane would have fit in their setup. Like Doom Invoker Mirana, like playing their mid and a dual core if both go for some right click, and the Bane as a setup and like a support couple with a Disruptor. That would have been actually interesting, but they ban it out for some reason. I guess they want to go for a better setup. And I mean, last game on XPC we didn't see quite a setup for the Mirana as well, but he was still hitting his arrows properly, especially in mid against the Invoker.
Yeah, he definitely was. So I mean, you can always hit the arrows with part luck, part skill, but it's just better to have a setup for it. But I guess he feels confident enough. So NeXt Please, they go for a Nature's Prophet. So together with the Mass Serpent Wars, they definitely have a pretty decent amount of push coming out. Not to mention, of course, just the Rat King Nature's Prophet just TPing to other lanes and making the enemy team TP back before they get to push themselves or something of the sort.
Yep. Oh, and there comes even more pushing potential with the Nature's Prophet. I actually like it. We already look at Serpent Wards, Nature's Prophet, being able to rat, being able to split push, and coming in for the fight. Centaur Warrunner for the initiation, and of course the Ice Blast. But NeXt Please needs a core, and Reincarnated thinks it's a Viper, but I wouldn't agree. Nope. Is this a Shadow Shaman mid, and they pick a core for a tri-line and Nature's Prophet off? Looks like it for me, to be honest.
I'm not sure. I mean, it's possible. I have no idea what NeXt Please like to run, because we didn't get the chance to cast them. So it might be possible, and I'm always happy to see if a Shadow Shaman goes mid, so I wouldn't be against it, but I think they're gonna pick up something else for the mid lane in the next pick.
But if they actually pick something for the mid, then I don't know, then they go for some early game finish, some pushing strategy, etc. But if there's no core that can benefit off this early push, then I don't know. Because the problem is you pick an Ancient Apparition, which is all cool and everything, but he needs level as well, and Ancient Apparition usually takes, I don't know, up to level 16, at least 30 minutes into the game, and by that time the game has to be already over for NeXt Please in the current draft. So either this is a core played in mid, or I just see the core being picked up for a try, and or an aggressive try even, I don't know, but playing without it, that is really, I mean, this is a best of one, so you have to really throw everything in the game you can. And I don't know, Reincarnated, they take now their time to consider their 5th pick, but for NeXt Please, this is really interesting. They go for a Crystal Maiden on Reincarnated, and it fits. It absolutely fits. Like, the running aura is giving the support they need. Disruptor, Doom, Invoker, Mirana. This is like some really nice combinations coming out of there. And now NeXt Please turn. What is this? Like, what is the draft? Is it really the all-out push, and then if we reach a certain time limit and it's over, or is this full protect 1?
Well, if they pick up the Death Prophet, then it's pretty much all out push with a little bit of team fight for at the side, but I don't think they're going for a Death Prophet. At least I've got no idea. The Shadow Shaman mean definitely wouldn't be bad, but that would still mean that the Centaur Warrunner would probably have to farm up one lane while Nature Prophet farms up another, so they go for a Naga Siren.
Yep, this is the Naga strategy. So this is, yeah, this I like actually. So they have the potential to push early, get some towers up, and if the Naga goes for a Radiance Rush, that would actually even benefit there. So yeah, I definitely like this one. Definitely like this one. The Naga sort of rounded it up.
Yeah, it's definitely not a bad finish, giving them something towards the late game, especially if there's the Radiance Rush.
Yep, and there we go, we're in game. I just gonna introduce a team I already know and leave you to the new one. We have Tossi on the Disruptor, we have LMG on the Invoker, NC is playing the Maiden this time, Neko is again on the Doom just like last game, and Yajitsu on the Mirana, heading already to the safe lane.
And for NeXt Please, Illusionist up on the Ancient Apparition, Synergy playing the Nature Prophet with District 12 up on the Shadow Shaman, Keyano will be playing the Centaur Warrunner, and the last one is Red Light on the Naga Siren.
Yep. So, I don't know, so far there's no votes coming out. At the moment the teams are heading, well, they definitely won't meet. Like, NeXt is all spread out, they don't go for some early pickoff train. Like, the little Treant is scouting, and that is really nice for Doom because he got the first experience there and the first Devour really early into the game. So that was not too smart to send the tree there actually. Doom is really gonna be happy about this one. I mean,
Yeah,
this is actually quite something. I mean, you get 14 gold just for the kill, you get 15 experience, and you get another 25 gold, plus by the time the next creep spawn, you will pretty much have your cooldown ready plus your mana back. So now they guard the rune. The first observer ward is out. It's a traditional one for the Dire side, just scouting out this one. They also see the regeneration ward, but he does not destroy it. There's another ward coming out by Radiant team, giving war like vision on the lane, so they can gank easier. And so far nothing else is coming out. I have to assume that at some point... Oh, okay. The Furion actually doesn't start out on the lane. This is interesting.
Yeah, it's...
For both teams actually. The offline is at the moment empty for both teams. So what is this?
Yeah, it definitely is rather weird. I guess Reincarnated, they wouldn't have had the best offlaner. Maybe the Mirana, but looks like they want to get the Mirana the most amount of farm. Nature Prophet definitely could have rotated in. And the one problem that you get when you don't go to the offlane at all is that your supports are free to roam around towards the mid lane.
Yeah, and even more interesting is the fact that we have a Centaur Warrunner in the mid against the Invoker. So both offlanes at the moment empty, with a farming Mirana, a farming Naga, but a Centaur mid. So this is next level new meta. Let's see how this goes.
This definitely is something rather strange. I mean, Invoker at least should be going for a Quas Vex build this game. Has the Blades of Attack already just to get the extra attack. Usually if you go for Exort you don't really need it because you get it from, yeah, he's going Quas Vex this game. Last game didn't work out at all for him, so just learning from past mistakes.
Well, I mean, the plan was there to go for something properly, but yeah, it didn't work out. But he's already getting spammed just by the cold snap, and I don't know, at the moment, like, the lanes are not trying to push, even though they could. But I guess the second they push, the Nature's Prophet would come in and grab the experience. But I like the approach that, like, the Doom and the Nature's Prophet are starting out in the jungle just to avoid all the hassle on the offlane. Because at the moment, you pretty much trade Mirana's farm for Naga farm. To be honest, I think the Naga would come out on top of it, just for the sake that she starts out earlier, plus the item progression on her is even more crucial than on the Mirana. If she gets a Radiant Rush, then I don't know, Radiance early in the game, that would kind of be a problem for Reincarnated, I guess.
Yeah, the early Radiant is never a good thing, just because the Naga can split push so efficiently as well as get absurd amounts of farm, really.
Yeah,
So
we're gonna see a Midas rush, by the way, on the Doom, so the Doom really wants to go heavy. He has now the Ensnare and the Raise that, so he has like a couple skeletons who farm for him. At the moment, comparing the mid, the Invoker is 7-1 and the Centaur is 11-6, so you should think the Centaur Warrior has the is not having the upper hand, but he definitely has at the moment.
it's rather weird actually. He did get quite an early bottle, and even though he hasn't even skilled up return, the Invoker still isn't just harassing him. He's staying quite far back even, to be honest, so
Yep.
just afraid of the hoof stomp and double edge, I guess.
And the Naga is now starting to actually do some damage here. The Shadow Shaman is giving the right clicks to the tower, and the creeps do it as well. Plus, the Naga now sort of not creep skipping, but she's farming out the lane pretty far away now. It's just the siege engine and the next wave incoming. So if they want to, they can just go for the tower. And I think Reincarnated, they have about the same idea, but their pushing potential is not as big after all, because this, oh well, actually is level 2 Starstone, but he doesn't use it. And now there comes Doom with the rotation.
There's the Cold Feet as well. They don't get the Hex yet, or they don't even have it. That's because they don't get it, of course. Shadow Shaman had boots as well, and the TP just got cancelled and the tower went down.
Yep, and I think we're gonna see now about the same on the bottom lane, but as I said, they don't have the right clicks for it. Oh, that Disruptor tried to clamp him back, but not enough. He was already too long there. If it was directly after the TP, he would have ended up again somewhere in the offlane. But yeah, Naga's gonna be really happy about it. She goes for Hand of Midas. Okay, is that Hand of Midas into Radiance then?
Well, if he's going for a Midas, I mean, it would make sense to go for a Radiance to get even more farm. And the Midas helping him get levels faster so that he would actually lower cooldown Song of the Siren already isn't too bad of an idea, I guess, but it
we
might
see
be
something
too greedy.
dangerous happening right now. There is a Centaur Warrunner with the invisibility rune. No sentry is out. If he gets the stun on the Crystal Maiden, for example, that would be so crucial. And they go.
But the Ancient Apparition might be in trouble in return. There's the Glimpse as well, but there's the Hoof Stomp double X. They get one kill. Stampede used as well. Synergy TP's in on the Nature Prophet. They should kill the Disruptor as well, I would think. But Naga on the top lane in the meantime, dropping really low. He is alive for the timing. And Tosse still Hoof Stomp is there, double edge. Gets the kill. And Naga Siren does survive top lane, so nice shackles coming out on the Doom, preventing him to go on Naga any further.
This invisibility rune definitely gave NeXt absolute head start there. This is a double kill. Crystal Maiden goes down, Disruptor goes down. They're really happy about it. The Naga's gonna have the Hand of Midas in about 300 gold, 320 gold, and this is a very timely one. It's 6 minutes in, 6 minutes. Yep, there's the Hand of Midas. He actually got it already because it was in the chicken. He didn't buy it from the side shop.
Yeah, and actually Mirana got his as well. He got it about 40 seconds before the Naga, so Mirana going also for just some all-out farm fest, more or less.
Yep, this is now the third Midas running on the pitch, but yep, Reincarnated
Oh,
having
Shackles up onto the Doom on the top lane. But Red Light is low on mana. Oh, the center coming in now. There's the hoof stomp. Oh, cancelled for the first time. Final hits and the double edge gets the kill.
Yep, the center Warrunner with that early level, and of course the haste rune. I mean, to be honest, to be very honest, like, he's lucky with the runes. Like, first he gets the initiation because he has the invisibility rune. Now he can catch up to the Doom because he has the haste rune. Now the only thing he will do is, like, he will go in the jungle, kill 1 or 2 creep camps, and then he pretty much has the blink dagger. So this is very early. Midas is coming out. The Doom is the Doom not having the Midas? Okay, never mind. I thought the Doom actually got it already, but yeah, now he died, so he's actually quite low in gold. So that Midas will take some while. But Mirana has the Midas, Naga has the Midas, and the dagger will come out very early on the Centaur Warner. What I like the most is that NeXt is actually taking the AA. Anytime they leave the lane, the AA comes into that lane to grab the XP, and this Siege Engine going down means level 6 on the AA, which then in return means the Ice Blast is coming out, and that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's definitely nice that they're letting the AA soak up the XP from the mid lane. It's just the fact that Ancient Apparition really isn't much of a hero until he hits level 6. So with that level 6 and the Blink Dagger up on the Centaur, there might be a lot of trouble created on the map.
Yep, and talking about the Blink Dagger, he pretty much just bought it, so whenever he comes back now, and at the moment he is walking in the offlane, but yeah, you can pretty much kill that Disruptor anytime. Like, if he initiates, and there comes the smoke, yeah, exactly. This is level 2 Hoof Stomp. That means this is 150 plus 400 damage from the double edge. That is already more HP than the Disruptor has. And if the Rasta is coming there as well, then oh my god. This is looking really grim there for the Disruptor if they catch him.
Yeah, they only need the Hoof Stomp, double edge, and a few right clicks. Even if the Hoof Stomp being level 3, it's not quite the max HP of the Disruptor, but still very close enough. And Mirana, Hoof Stomp, double edge, Shackles maybe, yes. And Nature Prophet ultimate won't take it.
And the Ice Blast is flying as well, just in case she would have leaked away. But yeah, slightly overkill there. And they can go for the Disruptor as well. The Disruptor really has to be careful. The Blink Dagger is ready again. The double edge is ready again. So, as I said, if they find a Disruptor, he is just a safe kill as anything else.
Yeah,
but now the Crystal Maiden comes in as well.
What they do use the Serpent Wars, the TP coming in by the Doom as well. The Stampede used defensively, and they're gonna find the Crystal Maiden. Frostbite up on the Nature Prophet, but Doom on the Shadow Shaman. Very nicely done. While Jajitsu kills off Synergy, or will he? No, he TPs out to safety with the teleport. Shadow Shaman should be dead, but nice body blocking coming out by Centaur, who gets frostbitten up. He tries to go for the return, the Ice Blast is flying in, but no Hoof Stomp, no double edge, unfortunately.
AA gets the double kill there. The Ether Shock brought them in shatter range. I mean, the Shadow Shaman dies for that, but... Oh, and the Disruptor, did he just disconnect? Or why is he not going back?
He wanted the tower, I guess, but Synergy just TP'd in normally with a complete TP scroll, not even the global teleportation.
So let's sum this up. This was a 3-for-2 trade, a double kill for the AA, who unfortunately didn't get, of course, the XP for it, but both tower get denied. Then again, Naga is still farming. Like, she went for Arcane Boots. Okay, we already saw, like, Midas, Soul Ring, and then run. Oh, and the Doom just got hit.
Wow.
Very nice play there. He got hit by the Ice Blast because they had a vision on him, and then the Nature's Prophet ultimate just finished him off. They also have they're really lucky with
Invoker
the
might be in trouble. The treants are there, but it goes in with straight away. So they want the tower. They don't have any detection either, unfortunately. But oh, there's the glimpse up on Synergy. Synergy in big trouble. Frostbitten up. But there's the Hoof Stomp on 2 men. EMP does come out. The Stampede is used as well. The double edge, he's on cooldown still, but Centaur gets a double kill. Ice Blast to fly. Invoker dodges it very nicely. But Blink into Hoof Stomp. He has the mana for it. Blink, Hoof Stomp, it misses. Once again dodged. Moonlight Shadows coming out. And is the Invoker
detection.
Really... And they're actually gonna turn it around on the AA. AA dropping really low. Cold snapped up and goes down.
And they just put like the Doom on the Centaur just to prevent that he jumps in again. But yeah, as I said, the Centaur Warrunner with the early level absolutely working out, because it is at the moment he can kill the Invoker almost alone. you can kill the Disruptor and the Crystal Maiden alone just by Hoof Stomp, Double Edge. And yeah, I don't know, on top of that, all these Midas is running. Now, Nature's Prophet in trouble.
Yeah,
Cold Snap is up.
Cold snapped up. There's the Tornado as well to just buy some time. There's the Glimpse by the Disruptor to make sure he can't TP out. And one more right click finishes the job for Invoker.
Yep. The Furion a bit too manly, to be honest. It's the second time he just goes YOLO because he has a H1 whatever, but oh my god. On top they try to go for the Centaur, but instant reaction with the Plank Dagger. The Frost Blast was actually coming as well, but yeah, they dodge it, they go back. So 5 and 10 on the kill score. I think it's also craft time. Let's see. We have... Oh well, NeXt was already on 5k, but they lost quite something with the last fight and like the kill on the Nature's Prophet. And in gold, 5,000 gold lead for NeXt still.
Yeah.
Which is of course due to the Midas also running. I mean, they have one more Midas, right?
Let me check. There's 2 Midases on each team at the moment because Doom hasn't finished his up yet.
Yep, but if the Doom goes, then we have 2 Midases running. But does he still go for it?
I think so. I mean, would be the only reason why he hasn't bought up anything else yet, I guess.
Yep, and with pretty much the next couple hits, he will finish the Midas. Yep, I think that now he has the money. He doesn't spend it yet. Yep.
That's the recipe.
Yep, there's the second Midas. So we have 2 Midases versus another 2 running
it's
at the moment.
3 versus 2 now. Invoker has one as well.
Okay, never mind that. Midas gaming. Too many Midases.
Yep, absolutely
Too many.
many.
I can't count more than 3.
But this Invoker is actually attacking extremely fast with the Vex as well at the end of mines. There's the Tornado. Will there be an EMP? No, there won't. So Centaur just cold snapped up, but the Stampede got already used. And the arrow misses.
Yep, so, but still, the Naga Siren now. Arcane Boots, Midas running, and 3,300 gold. That means we're gonna see the Radiance pretty soon. So, I don't know, for Reincarnated, it doesn't look as good. The only thing I say, okay, they have 3 Midases, so the XP is still running, even if they're on the back foot, the XP is still coming in. But then again, you're facing a Naga who was not involved in any of those fights yet. And there's the Ice Blast on the Invoker.
They might get the kill, or they're gonna get the kill for sure, but they're gonna get the Crystal Maiden as well. I would think he's trying to TP out. Will there be a Hoof Stomp? No, there will not.
No, we're still on cooldown, but still. Nature's Prophet actually gets the kill here, but I think the Invoker was even in shatter range, just with some more ticks or one more right click. So the AA definitely being happy, and he also is farming. He's level 9, 14 minutes in. I was at the draft, I was talking about the AA, like recently in the most games we casted, not quite getting the XP he needs, because from level 2 on the ultimate really starts to hurt, and level 3 of course is then even better. And the non-plus ultra would be, of course, the Aghanim Scepter. At the moment, he got the double kill and everything, so his Aghanim Scepter is actually coming out right now. He got nothing else. I guess in team communication they told him like, okay, don't bother with what. Like, I got this. Like, just rush the Aghanim Scepter. So in 2 levels, we're gonna see a level 2 ultimate with Aghanim Scepter out, and this is so bad for Reincarnated if he gets like a nice Ice Blast up.
Yeah, because Naga Siren getting so close to the Radiance as well, so the Centaur jumping in, loads of burst damage from there. The Radiance
actually, the Crystal Maiden is shattering. Will she shatter? There she goes. Yep. That Ice Blast hit her with the Aghanim Scepter. This was the first Ice Blast with Aghanim Scepter, and she goes down in mid. Like, no chance for her. She definitely needs a Bracer or so to boost her HP. Oh, and the Centaur War on her, by the way. With a double damage rune, just waiting for the Mirana. But yeah, Mirana saw it. She's pinging it out. But there is the Ice Blast flying. In combination with the Ice Blast, that would be easy one.
It definitely would, and Chachichu actually runs into the Ice Blast there. But he was just on the edge, so the Centaur was way too far.
Yeah, but this is... I really like NeXt's approach there. They're like, okay, we wait for the Ice Blast. If it hits, we initiate, like Hoof Stomp, Double Edge, and the rest is pretty much done by the burn damage of the Ice Blast. So it's a really nice attempt, because like 3 heroes are all the time farming up for NeXt. And yeah, simply because of that, they always keep up in gold. And the Ancient Apparition is now level 10. He's farming jungle. It's a jungling AA. and he will get soon level 11. But
Oh, there's a smoke with a haste rune on the center now on the top lane. Just to stand up, double edge, stampede just in case, and the other shock gets the kill for the Shadow Shaman.
oh, and they want the power. Yeah, but it's the backdoor protection. Look at the backdoor protection. The creeps were already dead. So, but the wards are now cleaning out the creeps. The creeps are running in, and with that, this is a tier 2 tower going down.
Oh, they go in for more, but he misses the hoof stomp on the Crystal Maiden. Unfortunately so.
Yep, tower goes down. That's perfectly. And before that, they got the Mirana kill. So everything goes at the moment the way of NeXt. Mirana is the highest farmer on the Radiant side, and then yeah, Nature's Prophet, Naga being above that. And as I said, the Naga, they create so much space for her. Like, she's farming and farming, so is the Nature's Prophet. He went for the classic build with a Shadow Blade. So I guess, yeah, we're gonna see soon pretty nasty split push coming out by him as well. And I think they wanna fill in the next Roshan, yeah. 17 minutes in, it's about time that they use their dire advantage. Level 11 by the way as well.
They don't have a medallion or anything to actually speed up the process yet. So it's going to take them quite some while unless they get the Mass Serpent Wars going. Although, the Chilling Touch helping some as well there even. But Naga coming in, so they really want this Roach, but it's going to take them quite some time even with 4 heroes there.
Yeah, and I like the approach of the Arcane Boots on the Naga instead of going for a Soul Ring, as we see it so many times, because now he's also boosting the mana of all the people, so yeah, they get the help of Shackle and the Cold Feet, etc. So it's pretty nice looking. And there goes the first Roshan.
Oh, the Tornado EMP catches 4, actually the Stampede used just to get them out of it. But there's the Doom on the center War Runner, and Naga forced to use the sleep, but the Ice Blast coming in, he cancels the sleep as well. They get the kill on the Crystal Maiden. They gonna kill actually the center, but he had the Aegis, doesn't care now. Ensnare up on Chachichu with the Ether Shock and the Hex, that's the kill. And they chase for more, but a nice kinetic field stopping them. Centaur though blinks over it. Will he find anything? And Toshi was so close to shattering there.
Yeah, the Disruptor was on 105 HP. If he would have fallen below the 100, that would have been enough to actually shatter, if I'm not mistaken with my math. 105 of 929, yeah, he would have shattered there, but not enough. But still, that was a Roshan and 2 bonus kills on top of it, so everything goes the way of NeXt here at the moment.
Oh, Ice Blast flying mid, but Hoof Stomp doesn't even come out because he didn't get close enough there.
But still, look at the damage. Now he's using Yules to avoid some damage, but still, I'm following this Invoker now just to see it. He's dropping lower and lower and lower, and this is just Ice Blast, level 2. Now, if all of the viewers that always wonder why is the AA always first ban, first pick material, exactly that's why.
Yeah, especially with such a fast blink, well not blink, the Raganim Scepter that he got. It's so sick to see a support Ancient Apparition getting it as fast as he did. Of course, he was staying in the mid lane for that exact purpose, just farming things up. So, I mean, NeXt please, they knew exactly what they needed to do to start picking fights and winning them.
Yep.
And this Aghanim Scepter will allow them to do so even more now.
And at the moment we see also the Naga Siren with 2k gold up her sleeves, even more. She can push out with the illusions. At the moment she doesn't even bother to put a couple illusions into the jungle just to split push, plus of course getting the farm of the jungle. Like, she's farming so fast, she's sitting on 1000 HP and she will go into more HP pretty soon, either by a Manta or by a Heart.
Oh, the Crystal Maiden. Poor Crystal Maiden has to run back to the fountain from one global ultimate.
But Jesus Christ, look,
Oh, she's not gonna shatter, I think.
No, but if this was level 3 ultimate, she would be so dead.
Yep.
This
damage is just... Oh, yeah, and Red Light suddenly 3.4k in the bank on the Naga.
Yep. And the AA is still farming jungle. He wants that level 16 ASAP.
I guess he's going for a Midas as well, just to get the levels up.
Yeah, it looks like it at the moment.
Yeah, he just picked up the recipe. My god, both teams, 3 Midas is no problem for them.
Yeah, only difference is that like the Midas is on Reincarnated is maybe the only reason they are still in the game or having at least some decent amount of farm.
Oh, there's the Hoof Stomp onto the Doom, double H as well, now it's the Hex. Will there be the Shackle? Yes there are, but do they actually have enough damage? They use the Stampede just in case and they kill off the Doombringer, so...
This
are they
Sentinel
gonna break
Warrunner
base?
just working out.
They have the Serpent Ward if they want to. Tornado EMP will catch the Centaur, I think, with the Cold Snap as well. Yes, completely out of mana. They Frostbite him up as well. The Freezing Field by Crystal Maiden. It will get the kill maybe, but Nature's Prophet kills off the Crystal Maiden instead, and the Centaur escapes with like 20 HP, and now Tossi in some big trouble. Uses his ultimate, but goes down to the pure right clicks of the Nature's Prophet. And bottom lane tower did fall with the Mass Serpent Wards as well as Red Light on the Naga Siren doing work. GG
Yep,
gets called.
there's the GG. Like, I would absolutely agree with this GG. There's nothing they can do. I mean, even the AA is just going for Midas stuff just to make sure, but like, they don't even need the AA. The last AA blast, the Ace Blast didn't hit anything. Just didn't hit a single target, and yet they just won the fight. 4 on 5, pretty much. So, yep, that's it. Like, NeXt definitely absolute convincingly winning this game, and now we go in game number 3, unless the other game is not finished yet for D2RO. This was a really fast one, so we might have a small break here, guys. Anyway, we are Heflatv, I'm Heflatv, with me is Coucher. Hope you enjoyed the D2RO cast, even though this was a kind of disappointing game, simply for the fact that we know Reincarnated with a better performance, but apparently it's not their day. Maybe they have lag issues as well, who knows. Anyway, short break, we are back with game number 3.